What's up, guys? Today I wanted to show you my new house. You've seen it in the background of a couple videos now, but I feel like it's time to show you the place itself. So, without any hesitation, let's get right into it. We have a little carport area where the beauty stays. A couple little seats, a giant fan because there's lots of bugs, and it's hot. Literally me standing there for 30 seconds has me super hot. Then we move into the kitchen. I love these butcher block countertops. They're super nice. Little gas stove. These things are fantastic. And I finally have a working vent fan. I feel like in my apartment, I kind of just sucked the air up and then dispersed it back around my apartment. And then Keurig, espresso machine, nice deep well sink. A little project you guys will see in a video coming up soon. Gotta have the water and toaster. Check out this tiny little dishwasher. So cute. Not super functional. I have a little pantry here. Those should not be in there. They're very tempting, but I can't eat them. This is the good stuff. Seasonings, supplements, protein. And you probably saw this in that clip a second ago. Can't see what's in that. Not yet. That's also part of those future projects that I'm talking about. There's my little living room. The couch should come in next week. Coffee table, which my favorite thing about this. Check that out. So cool. And then we move on to the little backyard. Essential 2 chairs for conversations. And one thing I do love is that they actually take care of the yard themselves, so I don't have to be the one to mow it, which is sick. And then we move on to the dining room. 1 chair, because I live alone. And again, sneak peek. All right, that's it. It's the last time you're getting to see that. This is a 4 to 6 week project that is currently in the making. Those videos won't come out for a while, but most of the content I've recorded in the last 2 weeks, week and a half, has only been of 4 of these projects. So keep an eye out for those. They should be really, really cool. And then I also just got this week. Mini foosball table. Let's play a game. All right, you're green. Good luck. Come on. You suck. Gotta do better next time. Now we move on to the bedroom. And you can't see that right there. So I'm gonna block that out from the view because that's also part of that project. Little desk, since it's quite the small little room. A giant bed, which takes up most of the entire bedroom. There we go, 0.5. Most of the bedroom. That room will actually only be my bedroom for the next day, as I am now moving into this room. Let's check out the new bedroom. New bedroom. My reflection, that's funny. Little nightstand situation, big bed. Me again in the mirror, what's up, what's good? And then connected bathroom. All right, I guess I'll explain. Give me a sec. Here's the bathroom. I'll have to explain. Little shower, walk-in closet. This is pretty sweet. Oh, 0.5. More space. So the reason for there being a pink makeup stand is because this was actually my mom's bedroom. So the whole plan worked out kind of as I and my mom had hoped whenever I was coming here back to Gainesville, was that she was gonna be living here but wanted to move somewhere else. And in that time, she hadn't quite found a place yet by the time that I was leaving my apartment, but she still didn't want to stay here for the next 6 months of the lease here. So we were living here together for about 3 weeks, maybe a month. And the last couple weeks, she's been in the process, well, I guess the last 7 days, she's been in the process of moving out into her new place. So hence the no couch, an empty bedroom, open space that needs to be filled, not many decorations on this wall. So all of that will be dealt with and filled in the space by yours truly. And I will be moving my bedroom, which is over there, into that room, the master, pretty much tonight whenever I wash my bedding from that to that. So then that big bed will be moving out of there. I'll be putting a full-size bed in there, giving that king over to my mom at her new place for her second spare room. And then that'll end up being my office / spare room. So I'm excited to have my big desk back. That little desk does not have all the space that I need to work. I can't even put up either of my second monitors on it, but it's been functional, way better than only working on my bed like I was for 2 weeks straight while I was here. This is definitely better than nothing, but as you can see, my laptop is a third the size of the desk. Also, check out this cool alarm. I freaking love this thing. It wakes you up with light like that. So whatever time I have the alarm set for, which I have one set for 7, and then on the weekends I have one set for 8, so that way I can, still wake up early, but not as early. And it turns on the light for like 5 minutes straight, I think. It gets goes from dim to brighter, 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 brightest. And then it actually has a bird chirping sound. So it just sounds like birds chirping, and I wake up to like a bright light shining in my room and birds chirping. So it's almost like waking up, naturally. So much preferred. And then, moreover, let's continue. We have the closet with a small little dresser situation. Again, I'm about to have the big one over there. This is all storage. There's the monitors that I can't use yet. And then same over here. Just more old clothes, literally more storage, tripods and whatnot, books, shoes, hats. Whoops. All right, that's all you're getting to see of that. And finally, the bathroom. This is a simple little bathroom. Hello, me in the camera. I like it. It's functional. It works. This shower is actually bigger, and I'll probably keep using this shower over the other one, simply for the fact that there's just more space, and I like to be able to, move in the shower. That one I'm kind of cramped, so I'm kind of washing my body like that, which kind of sucks. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed my little house tour. I love it. It is definitely a nice upgrade from my apartment, so that's awesome. And you'll be seeing a lot more of me inside this house moving forward, but I figured I'd give you one little wraparound, and as I add more to it, again, hence couch, new bedroom, office, you'll be seeing it. What's up, guys? Today I figured I would just throw up the camera and give a little life update. I filmed quite a bit of stuff in the last week or two, but a lot of it I can't really show you guys, at least for a few more weeks. This is like a month to 2 month long process that I'm currently recording, so I haven't really filmed much outside of that big project. It's actually a few smaller projects. That's one big project, but I'm really looking forward to showing you that. In the first video will probably come out in like 3 weeks, and the next ones will be maybe 6 weeks away, so it's gonna be a little minute. But I wanted to get something out for you because, as I said, we're on the grind, baby. So we're gonna be posting something at least once a week. That's what I'm sticking to. So I wanted to give a little life update. First one being my house. What? I know, I moved. How exciting. Aside from that, I have been trying to practice Spanish. Estoy aprendiendo español en todos los días. That's as far as I'm going to do because I don't feel confident or comfortable enough for more than like 3 people to hear me speak Spanish at once. But that's been really fun. My buddy Roger, who was with me in that spring video you guys saw, his mom doesn't really speak any English, so she's a big reason why I really want to learn. I've wanted to for a long time, but she's some good motivation, so I can actually talk to her and have conversations with her. So far, I can walk into the house and we can have some medial communication, medial conversation. So I'm enjoying it so far. I've been learning for years. I took a few Spanish classes actually in college, and I actually took the first one in high school, but since I only completed 1 and not 2 in high school, I had to take 2 in college, so I actually ended up having 3 years of Spanish. But at that point, I could have a full 20-30 minute conversation in Spanish and only have a few words I didn't know. But as everyone knows, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's like the algebra you learned in high school. Like, how many of you guys still remember all of the equations? I don't, and it's only been a few years. So languages are just like that, and I would love to make a trip here in the future, hopefully near future, to South America, and I don't know, maybe to Colombia, to Venezuela, to Brazil, to Argentina. I don't know, a bunch of cool places. Peru. I want to go, honestly, to all of them, but I'd like to go to one of them for a month or 2 and just engulf myself in the culture, have to speak the language every day, and from that point forward, I should have it locked in and hopefully never lose it, and just keep talking to all my Latin friends that I have in Spanish and never lose the language. So hopefully that can happen soon, and that'd be really cool. I would love it. I would love to travel some more. But the way I'm going to get there is our next point. We did house, Spanish, and learning, and now point number 3 is work. I still remember one of the better videos I posted in a short period of time, about a year and a half ago, was do I have a job or something like that? Like, do I even go to work? I don't know, something like that. And I mentioned it in that video where I went and fixed the, what do you call it, water fountain thing at my old office, which is still my office. I just don't go to the office. But I still do the remote work pretty much every day, if not every day, every other day, for the doctor's office, doing insurance work for them. And that's where about half my income actually comes from, and the other half comes from my marketing. I started a digital marketing agency about a year and a half ago. I showed you guys my business card, and I have one consistent client that brings in about the other half of my monthly income, and my goal is to get a couple more of those. But there's been a slight pivot actually in the direction that I'm switching my major focus, which it's the sin if you're an entrepreneur, is to just keep bouncing around from one thing to the other, which is why I've tried to like lock in me doing this marketing and this be the one thing I do. But I can't help myself. So my mom started a cleaning business about 2 years ago, not really trying to expand it, but just to take over the one contract at the place she currently works. The cleaners they had before were really bad and just not doing a good job ever. Like, there was always garbage, the floor was always dirty, they never mopped well. So she took that over, and we now hire my cousins and my aunt, and they come do it on a weekly basis. So now the idea for her to make her next transition in life would be to expand that business to more corporations and more business / medical offices, commercial pretty much, more than residential properties. So I want to help her with that. It seems really exciting. It's actually right in the same line where a lot of the marketing things that I've learned in this last year could be used for that business in order to get her more clientele. So I could use a lot of that to help her out. And even on top of that, I think it would be really good for me, as I've had I don't want to say an epiphany, but I've had a lot of time to think about how my day-to-day life is, and the goals I kind of had set for myself and the lifestyle I wanted to build for myself these last few years has been one where I can work completely remote, and that's where I can go wherever I want, be wherever I want, and pretty much do whatever I want and have my own schedule. And I still stand by the fact I have one non-negotiable, and I'm super privileged and grateful, and I respect that not everyone has this, but I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to be able to go to the bathroom whenever I want to go to the bathroom. If I just have a morning coffee and I don't want to sit here at a desk, or I don't want to be in this office or whatever, I'm going to go, I'll be gone for 30 minutes and I'll see you in 30 minutes. Like, that's just, it's my ritual time. It's like, it's where I do my prayer, not actually, but you know what I'm saying. And I like to be able to have the time, and if right now I don't want to do this thing, I'm not going to do this thing. I like to have that flexibility. So I want to have that flexibility, hence why I built a business where I can do it fully remote. But sitting at home all day and sitting on a laptop kind of sucks. I mean, for me personally, it's, I like talking to people. I like getting out of the house and doing things. I'm very sociable. I like to move my body, and I think I might have said this in a video recently, but if I had told myself from 3 years ago, whenever I was still in the thick of it doing landscaping, and if I heard myself say, oh, I want to do more manual labor, then I would have slapped myself in the face, because I was so tired of working, like, doing out in the heat, pulling weeds, weed eating, mowing, blowing leaves. I hated it. I mean, I've been doing it for a decade at that point, and I was so tired and so done with having to do that. So I decided to go the route of full remote. But now, the grass is always greener, isn't it? Now I'm like, man, I kind of want to move my body, and that sense of accomplishment I got from doing something physical, like seeing the results with my own eyes, like, oh, it looked like this, and now it looks like this, and I'm physically tired, and I feel accomplished. It's not the same whenever you're doing computer work. It's just not. Like, I can get a full day's work of focus and, work, and I see the posts are made and the ads are running and da-da-da-da. I just don't get that same level of accomplishment. And also, I'm more mentally drained than I am physically. And whenever you're mentally drained, it's just like, you don't want to do anything. At least when you're physically drained, you can like enjoy some relaxation and chill. The mentally drained part is just like so deadening. And so I think it'd be really fun, which is a big reason why I want to do it. The fact that I think I might actually enjoy it is to help her do the cleaning company, not only from the marketing standpoint, but from the actual doing it standpoint. I know that I can do it. Whenever she actually took over that contract, it was me and her doing it every single week. And I did that for almost a year, I believe, where 2 to 3 times a week, I was up at the building cleaning for anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours. And I felt that sense of accomplishment. And I think it'd be really fun to not only, one, reach out to companies using the skills I've learned in sales to not only sell myself, but sell the business. And I also have a lot of experience, again, literally in that front of doing cleaning. I've done cleaning before in the past, the actual labor part. And as for business, I had my own landscaping company for almost 10 years and have done door-to-door sales. And I feel like I'm a fairly accomplished individual for myself at my age in the business front, Again, I'll get some flack for the not having gone to school and not degree thing, but when it comes to real world, I have way more experience than a lot of people my age who spent the last 4 years at a university and have never worked a job, So I think that it's a really good avenue for me to pursue. And above all else, regardless of any other circumstance, it excites me, and in more ways than one, where the money excites me of my marketing agency, and being able to help businesses is awesome. I love that I'm able to help businesses make more money and help people expand their brand. But beyond that, I'm kind of sitting at the house on my laptop, and I can't say it's terrible. Would I rather be doing roofing? Absolutely not. So it's hard to complain, but if there is a better opportunity and a better avenue, why not give it a shot? So that's my plan and direction moving forward, as well as trying to grow the YouTube, which I also see a really good niche for content in that. Kind of like the making short form and potentially even long form videos of before and after. Like, here's a disgusting office building. Watch me clean it. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some satisfying videos like that. Like, I enjoy watching some of those shorts where it's like, watch me clean this nasty mirror. Skirt, skirt, skirt. It's like kind of ASMR stuff. I like it. So we'll see what happens there with that content side. But I'm looking forward to that for the business. I still plan to do some work inside my actual agency and, reaching out to more people and still doing work for them. But I would like something to physically do at least a day a week, because I don't have really any deadlines. I don't have to be anywhere or do anything at any time, any day, really. I have things that need to get done certain days of the week at certain frequencies, but as of the hour of the day or most of the stuff, even as of the day of the week, it doesn't really matter. So I'm looking forward to having a little bit more schedule, a little bit more routine that'll also help me build out my gym schedule, which I've been getting more focused and more in line. But, still sometimes you skip a day. I have this going on, I have that going on. So I'm excited to be able to build a good routine around it. And yeah, overall, I'm looking forward to the future. Again, I will give you guys a house tour soon to show you the place whenever I'm a little bit more settled and show you a little bit more of the ins and outs of me working in my business. These are things I want to talk about. And if you continue to follow, look forward to more vlog style videos, probably some videos of me doing some cool cleaning things. I don't know, something like that. And outside of that, just whatever else I get up to. Whenever I go on my travels, which I plan to be doing more of, hence doing more work, making more money, and being able to do more fun things with it, I'd like to make higher quality, more in-depth, more focused, more story-told videos of my travels. And I don't know, I'm just blabbering on. But I hope you enjoy watching these videos. I'm happy to be back making them. Sometimes I'll do stuff like this because I didn't record other stuff, because my day-to-day has been moving and working and gym and basics. And again, I'm still slightly nervous to film in the gym. But that being said, I appreciate you guys watching, and I anticipate this video getting less views than usual because of it being just me sitting in my car talking. But the YouTube algorithm continues to surprise me. So If you watch this video and you are seeing this part at 15 minutes or something, thanks for sticking around. And I appreciate you enjoying me talking about nonsense and taking the time out of your day to hear me spew what's going on in my life. Because everyone's time is precious, and I appreciate you using some of yours on me. But I'm super grateful to each and every single one of you for watching these videos, subscribing to the channel. By the way, we're about to break 5,000 subscribers. Pretty freaking exciting. I can't wait for that. We're at 4,700, or actually I think we're at 4,669 as of this morning, because someone unsubscribed. If you unsubscribed and you're watching this video, hit that subscribe button so we can break 5,000 and have a little 5,000 celebration video, because it'd be a lot of fun. But I love you. I appreciate you watching. I will see you in the next video. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. And I will never forget. I love you. Peace.